Hello and welcome to Stroke by Stroke. Excuse me. I'm getting over a cold or something, so I'm not feeling great. And I'm just probably not going to talk much today, but I do want to try a little tutorial that I just discovered using bubbles. And I've not tried this yet. I paused, actually, I stopped the video because I was so excited to try it. So today is just going to be a day of exploration and experimentation. So here I have Dawn soap and a little water and some baking soda. And I'm just going to make bubbles and put them on here and then put put pigment on. So I'm going to be using my Core QOR watercolors, and I have two things of pearlescent watercolor as well. So I'm just going to put some paint here in my palette, and we're going to go from there. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I'm not sure if the angle of my desk is gonna let me really do this very well. As you can see, it's all falling off. Well, I'm gonna let that dry and see what happens and see if this is gonna work for me or not. In my normal space, I've moved over to the table. So there's a window behind me, and that's what the shadow is, and I'm so sorry. But I just don't have the spoons right now to find something to block it and all that. So anyway, I'm just going to start painting, and I'm going to be using my core QOR watercolors and maybe some pearlescent watercolors as well. And this is XL Canson XL watercolor paper. So it's cold press, and I think this is cellulose paper, not 100% cotton. So it's going to look a little different than the cotton. And I'm just going to blow some bubbles here. This would work better if I had some glycerin and maybe bubble solution, but I don't. Because I keep breaking all the bubbles. I don't have a good way to get them onto the paper. And I want for this to be a very soupy watercolor. Very thin, so I can go around the bubbles. Okay, so apparently a bigger brush is better to try and get the bubbles. So we're learning. One of the hairs came off. And also got rid of some bubbles. Lovely. Oh well. This paper also buckles terribly if I do the wet on wet stuff that I like to do. So this whole tutorial may just be a flop. Beginning to think that it is. Yep. Yeah, because it's buckling. It's doing a very terrible job. So I'm just going to keep going because I was kind of happy with what I just saw when I looked at the other art station. So we'll see. Because it did some neat stuff. And I would be happy if this would do some neat stuff too. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry and I'll come back and see what I have. So I'm gonna try putting the soap bubbles into the to the pigment and see if maybe I can get the bubbles that way. I don't know. So I tried a different couple ways here. Now we'll just have to see. I was just talking away and hadn't hit the button yet to make it go. That's really brilliant. Oh well. Sorry. So I'm doing this. I'm making a mess and I'm experimenting. But the reason that I'm doing it is because if I just sit around and don't do anything when I'm sick, it just makes the depression feel worse. So I'm trying to be proactive and do something. So, I don't know. This may not be much fun for you to watch. I don't have a clue. I just know that I need to do something. So I watched some tutorials. I saw this really cool tutorial where this lady was doing this and it looked really cool. And now I'm trying it and I don't know how cool it's going to be, but it's okay. It's better than not doing anything. That's what I always say when I used to do art with clients is, doing something to get it out is so much better than just letting it sit in there and fester. So I'm trying not to fester. And if nothing else, it's fun to do, so. Okay. I thought it might be kind of fun to explore up close a little bit here what's going on. You can see that it's pooling in this area as the paper is buckling, and yeah, so that might ruin the whole thing. We'll see. I don't know, but I'm doing stuff, and that's really the point. So yeah, and I'm gonna let this dry, and then I will come back and take video of that, and we'll go from there. Okay, so the video, the tutorial that I tried really didn't go much of anywhere. You can see here, this one did do a little bit better. I will get better pictures here, but I wanted to try, I have a ton of dog hair here, and I wanted to see if maybe that could make an interesting texture. So I'm putting that down, and I'm going to put some watercolor over the top and see if that does anything interesting at all. So and it looks like maybe it's just, I don't know, let's see what it does, but it might not do anything to make any kind of a texture. It's going to stick to everything, I can tell you that right now. So yeah, I'm gonna spray it first here with some water. See if I can get it just to stick. And then I'm gonna come in here and grab some color. And I'm going to see if that does anything of interest. If it does, boy, that'll be a great technique, because I've got a ton of dog hair. So I'm just gonna let that dry. So here is what happened in the tests of the first tests for using bubbles. And I can actually see some promise here. So what I'm probably going to do is get some real bubble solution and some glycerin and try this again, because these are some interesting results that we're getting here. So, and then over here, this is what's happening with the dog hair. So might make some interesting texture. There's possibility. So it wasn't a 100% wasted effort, because I did learn quite a bit by trying this. And in the process as well, my voice has gotten much, much better. This is about 2 hours later from when I was, excuse me, originally doing this video. So that's good. It's making some progress. So while it didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do, I have learned that if I make it too wet, especially on this water, it's going to be a problem. But if I experiment around, I can make some interesting things happen. So I'm going to call this a success. So remember, do what makes you happy and enjoy yourself, even if what you do fails at what you intended. You can learn something, and learning, that is a very important thing. So this has been Stroke by Stroke, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.